weeks later.
Today's the 11th, I think?
12th.
12th. Today
No,
is
13th, because tomorrow's Dad's birthday.
Yep. Okay, so it's the 13th
Of June.
of June. I know we put up a video last week. We started one, and
We started a video, and you'll see excerpts of that.
yeah, so we started a video. The video left off on Saturday. You'll see, but we're putting a patch panel on the crawler, or I was in the middle of the night. Next day, my spine let go. So I'm literally running around on crutches, and we're trying everything we can to keep the towing ordeal going, because, yeah, I usually do the medium duty stuff, but he's had to come with me to be able to actually do it. I cannot literally function right now.
He can barely drive.
Yeah, so obviously making content was just something we could not do. This is the first day I've been over here.
Almost 2 weeks. About a week and a half.
Week and a half. So like I said, walking's been an issue. Today I've been basically stuck in the chair trying to tear down an engine, which we got. We tore our new motor down and did some measuring to it. But other than that, we haven't. I literally have not been able to do anything on the crawler, or anything else really. Like I said, just driving and using this leg for to press a gas pedal was excruciating. So, hoping in a couple of weeks that goes away. But either way, I'll show you what we got done so far, and we'll go from there. Monday. It's the Monday again. Our basic plan this week, at least for the next couple days, is probably going to be pre-wiring the back half of this exo cage. We need to put the wiring in for the I guess you call it the trunk or tailgate light. Therefore, you see your tools at night.
Yep, the trunk light, the tail lights, rock lights.
Side facing, rear facing, brake, turn signal, which is all the same thing. But
Yeah.
we got to get all that done. We plan on using a factory Ford connector. This is the factory one comes out of the pickup. We're only after about gave much of it in the 8-pin connector. Cage ever has to come off, unclick, go. Try to make this as easy on ourselves as possible if this ever has to come off again, which we hope it doesn't.
Honestly, if it comes off, we're cutting, grinding, replacing bars.
Something seriously freaking stupid happened. Like it rolled down a mountain or something. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't happen. So, that's what we're hoping anyway. So we're going to pre-wire it, and it's all kind of, we kind of thought ahead on this for once. There's wires coming off the truck for factory Ford harness wires and such with weather packs that come up out of the frame and everything. So we have a connector for our fuel pumps and sending unit. We have a connector for rock lights and something else. I think it was side facing,
Floodlights, rear facing lights, rock lights.
Yep, there was 3 connectors back there, I remember. The third one may have been the
Trunk
tail
light,
lights.
tail lights.
Yep. But we want it to where you just unclick everything and pull the cage off if you need to, or the fuel tank even. Just pop the connector and take everything, take the tank out if you had to. Trying to build in some, I guess you could say, serviceability. Should something go wacky or whatever, or have to replace a harness or something, we can do it with relative ease. So we're trying to think ahead. For the most part.
Trying.
Without further ado, have a coffee about it.
And nicotine.
And that too. And try to get something constructive done. Alright, so what we're doing now, we're going to drill a little hole, well I say a little half-inch hole down over here. Put a grommet in. It's not dual purpose. 1, a wire pass through, and 2, a drain. Kind of. Well, for the most part, it's on the bottom.
Enough water.
Yeah. So, we could make this all watertight. I don't feel
Waste of time.
yeah, I mean, it's going to sweat. We know that already.
Truck's gonna live outside.
Yeah, chalk burner's gonna live outside. It will get rain in there. As long as it has somewhere to go that's not, and it doesn't puddle up, we'll be good.
Yeah.
So we don't, we're putting in a grommet that's, you know, I think it's a 1/2 inch ID.
9/16 OD.
Yeah, something like that. So basically, if we get any water in here, it'll drain out. The wires have plenty of room to move around, but they won't hit a sharp edge. So that's kind of what I'm trying to accomplish.
Oh Jesus, that was loud in my ear. Holy crap!
Not so funny, is it?
Oh my God!
What doing you ahead, Homo sapien? Cutting a red wire. Alright, so it's been about an hour. I think we're all wired up. Left the pigtail or the tails hanging down through the hole here. I got about yay much. I can put the connector on and pin it where it needs to be. Yeah, other than that, it's all laying up, all up and around. I think now we gotta do the bottom. What you doing?
Train low. Put the wire, this second wire.
So what we got going on is up under there. You can kind of see the rock lights. We got one on that side, one on the other. Ray's lumining it up right now, putting some Odell clamps in the bottom just to hold the wires up out of harm's way, which looks oh so fun. We were gonna nut cert the the rock lights in. However, we broke our damn arbor. The little M4. What do you expect? Alright, so now we're onto the inside. We're gonna loom this up. We got some pre-drilled holes and whatnot. Yeah. Ray loves loom. Can't tell.
I heart zip ties.
And I'll keep her hung up. Out of the way. But still protected. Alright. So what I got going on here? This wire here is going to be our main feed from the switch box or whatever, you know, the connector from the truck. I'm going to splice this one in to go to here. What I do anyway, I'll take a razor blade and cut the sheathing off one. Spread it in half, stick the other wire through it, wrap it together, and then solder and shrink tube. Yeah. Which is what I'm going to do now, I think. Try aim the heat away from the paint. Because I put a lot of time into making this thing look decent, so. Got that on in there. Now let that cool a minute, throw a shrink on it, give that a little bit of heat, and we're good. Alright, so I'll run along down to here. We're going to end this loom about probably here-ish. I might have a bigger piece coming up through here and all that other fun stuff, so just save loom, we'll snip it. This will be in a bigger piece later on anyway. Alright, pretty much the end of the day. We got most of everything pre-wired. The only thing we didn't is our fuel pump wiring. Need some bigger loom for that, and we actually need to stick the tank in there to get our lengths correct. That'll be tomorrow. Yeah, we cut the wire long intentionally, but we got to actually stick it there to see what we got. At this point, all we really got to do is that fuel tank stuff and put a couple of more clamps on it.
Cage is wired.
Yeah, it's pretty much pre-wired. When the cage goes on the truck, I've already got connectors there, so I can just match up length of wire, unplug them, plug them back in, and you know, once they're soldered on, no big deal. Yeah. Then we got to run some floodlights underneath, but I think I'll run that with the chassis wiring, which is pretty easy to get to, so I'm not too worried about that. Once again, we're on body work. We've got to get that body work done, and then this can go on. I'm going to try to work on that somehow. Well, we should have an engine for the wrecker showing up tomorrow, so that'll kind of put this on the back burner, unfortunately, until
get the engine tore down.
Yeah, until the engine's tore down, we figure what we need for it. So, I guess until tomorrow, we're going to drink coffee and relax for a minute. What's going on, guys? It's Saturday. Normally we don't do any work or recording on Saturdays. Weekend. We enjoy our weekends off, same as anyone else. But we gotta get stuff done. Right there. All that. I already got a piece bent up. Gotta strip the paint down, clean it. We're gonna get this piece bent up. We're gonna stick it in there and weld it. For the other side, I actually went this morning and bought a replacement panel because there's no way we're gonna be able to make that curve back there that wraps around the back of the truck. There ain't no way where we'd make that happen. Not in a decent amount of time anyway. So just went to NPD, bought a patch panel, boom. Which sucks because it's a $65 panel and I have to cut most of it up. But either way, I'm gonna go ahead and get sunburnt and try to get this patch welded in. Alright, so now for my least favorite part. Sanding. I'm basically gonna sand from about here down, because I got some imperfections here I want to kind of fix. And we're gonna take this at least, I'd say a ½ inch off where we're gonna be welding. I'm gonna take that all down to bare metal, which I'll get the paint off first and then hit it with a knot wheel probably. Just because there's many layers of paint on here, a knot wheel is just going to get it heated up and just smear it everywhere. So sand it first, knot wheel it down to bare steel. We'll cut our patch panel to length and buzz it on in. that is finally done. Next step is under here. I kind of cut that old piece out with a spot weld cutter, so I still have the, you can hear them, the little round pieces. Sometimes I'll lay my back with a grinder and smooth those out. Then I've got to drill some holes in that piece, our new piece, to be able to kind of, I guess, rosette weld them in. So I guess that's what I'm going to do now. Yep. But thank God this is done. I've been meaning to do this for like a year. Alright, I see it's kind of dark out. Life kind of happened, got in the way. Apparently kids like to eat or something or other. So we're out here burning the midnight oil again. I got this panel all trimmed up. See if I can get you a good view of it. Maybe. It's a magnet. Got it all trimmed up and everything. I got this whole thing sanded. So, I'm just going to throw a couple tack welds. I think we're done for the night. Oh, they're pretty solid. Squeeze the bottom tomorrow. Burn in down there. Good night, you guys. Okay, so we just saw as all we were able to get done last week, this week. Been tearing this mammal apart, seeing what we get to work with. The cam in it's pretty bad. We kind of made a mess.
We got parts everywhere.
So you have some heads, pistons, rods, all that fun stuff.
That whole pile there is 2 7.3 internals.
Yep. 2 sets of heads, 2 injection pumps. We got parts to choose from, except oil coolers. This engine, when we tore into it, had a bunch of oil in the thermostat housing, which typically is head gasket or oil cooler. They had some cheap Felpro head gaskets on here, so maybe. But then again, the oil cooler looks like it was spraying water on the oil pan. So I don't know. I honestly think it was the oil cooler let go. We have 2 spares we can kind of dig through. But anyway, that and this block actually has all the faucets and everything. And there's no cracks, so I think we're going to use it. We just checked our piston wall clearance. I think we're at 5 thou.
7.5.
It's with new pistons.
With new pistons,
I think it was
5 to 6 thou, something like that.
Yeah, so it'd be 5 to 6 thou. Let's say new pistons. See if we hone a thou out of this. We're still at 7, which is okay. So we're gonna try to take steps to make that happen. We kind of pressure washed this thing off already. Most of the oil's out of it. I mean, granted, it's a diesel. You're never gonna get all the oil out of it. It's never gonna happen. So we're going to continue cleaning this down, probably start on Monday in all honesty, because I got stuff I got to do tomorrow. In hopes to get this thing back, built and on the road, blah, 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 and buy parts and all that fun stuff. But anyway,
yay.
We did get that, sorry, we did get most of that cage pre-wired. I think we just have the fuel pump wiring to do, which is not that terrible.
All we got left to do is the mounting tabs on the tank.
Yeah,
we got to put the top on the tank.
Yep.
Mounting, make our mounting tabs and drill a couple of holes and get Cindy with it.
Yep. But with that being said, I did order the stuff to clean the fuel tank out and coat it. Unfortunately, when it showed up, it wasn't the supplier's thing, but when it showed up, one of the bottles broke all the hell, so I gotta wait for the extra bottle cleaner to come in. I'm not sure when that's gonna happen. When it does, I guess we'll go ahead and work on this tank here and try to get it in and put on the cage and Like I said, I got that one patch panel mostly done. I mean, whatever you saw in that a little bit ago in the video, that's as far as I got with it. I still got to do the underside and still put a little body filler in there and blah blah blah. That's probably, that might be a next week thing if I can function. Hoping to, but we'll see. I'm not sure if this is gonna post on Saturday. No.
Sunday probably.
Yeah, so by the time you guys see this posted, that'll be about as up to date as we are on everything. I mean, like I said, I've been down since last Saturday, or Sunday, I should say.
Mm.
I mean, literally, I'm on crutches right now, or chair, either way. So, yay. But, we're still going to try to move forward. But, as always, we appreciate you watching. Hit the like, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that. And hopefully we'll have something a little more interesting for you next week. Take it easy.